are very lucky we have a second icebreaker this evening. And next, Soumya will be talking to us about first impressions. Please welcome Soumya.
Okay, this is very important. You got to be paying attention right now. And I am going to be doing icebreaking. And this is how I choose to do it. It's nice. Finally, I did it. First impression. First impression is always the lasting impression, if not the last impression. First impression always stays with us, no matter how good it was or how bad it was. First impression is either the best impression or the worst impression. So this was my try to make a first impression on you guys. And the reason I'm here today giving you my icebreaking speech is also because of the first impression I had about Gilbert Toastmasters. Very first day I was here, I was warmly invited by you all, and Blair gave me some feedback, and not feedback actually, the introduction, and you all were very friendly with me, and I just loved to be here. That was my first impression. And whenever I think of Gilbert Toastmasters, I think of the very first day. And that what made me come again and again and again, and finally I got it done. Another reason, which is also because of my first impression, of why I'm here today, is the reason I got married to my husband. The very first impression I had when I first met him. I've always lived in India. I'm from India, southern part of India called Mysore. I've always lived there for 25 years, and I moved here after I got married to my husband. I was working as a software engineer, and not as challenging as Lisa's life, but it was pretty easygoing. And I moved here, and I worked here as a software engineer too, until I had my son, who is 2 years old now. Right now I'm a stay-at-home mommy and enjoying my time with my son. He keeps me busy all day, running behind him, and makes me laugh a lot. As the other day we were practicing ABCD song, and then I go A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P. Can you please sing that, Ishan? And he goes A B C D E F G H I J K, Mommy, Daddy, P. So that's how my time goes. And yeah, my husband goes to work and he helps us. I'm really enjoying my time with my husband, and those are the very two first impression moments that has changed my life, and it has changed the way I live, the way I speak, the way I look at things, the way I dress, the way I eat, because back in India, it's completely different. The culture is different. The way I speak is different. I speak in another language. I eat different things. So the first impressions can make lasting impressions, and they're always there in your mind, back of your mind somewhere. And today is the day I'm trying to make my first impression, and I hope to make better first impressions by investing in myself to come into Gilbert Toastmasters.
To evaluate a leader of the group, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. If I was attending tonight for the first time and have never met Soumya. Soumya? Yeah. I would have never known that this is her first icebreaker. She came in so comfortable with the cup to demonstrate what an icebreaker is, literally, figuratively. I sense so much confidence about you. The way you were moving your hands and your gestures, and most of all, you didn't have any notes. That was amazing. Most icebreakers, people constantly tremble and trying to come up and read what they have written. You were so comfortable. There's no way there could be your icebreaker. It's amazing. And then you scanned the audience, you went around, and very comfortably told us about your life, what it was before you came to the United States, and then before marrying your husband, and then how you related to your child. We learned so much about you. And I said, well, I don't want her to stop. I want to learn more. I want to know more. Well, let's address a couple of things here. First of all, what was the strong points according to the manual, what you have done? The strong points were that you were confident, that you did use any notes, and you talked about yourself. And that's what the icebreaker is all about, to talk about yourself so we can learn more about you. And then how did people relate you? They learn more about you. They learn that you have a sense of humor because you came with the cup. And they learned that you didn't need any notes, that you were pretty comfortable with yourself. So what would I have done a little bit differently, perhaps, and my suggestion to you would be, is to have talked a little bit more about yourself, a little bit more about your home life, a little more maybe about India and what made you come to India. Was it your husband? And so this way we would have known a little bit better as to what brought you to the United States. I can't wait to hear your next speech. Great job.